Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Well, there's all your warnings. There's your intro. There's the music that I love so much. All in with Chris Hayes behind me. That is not actually the Chris Hayes Show that's on MSNBC. That is actually the Chris Hayes podcast, where he relaxes, dresses more like me, and wears a Chicago Cubs hat. Well, you don't cover this hair with a hat, so we won't be doing that tonight. This is YouTube only. In the chat room will be Bolin Plus members only. If you don't have a Bolin Plus membership, you will not be able to chat, express your opinions, be a dick, or be a positive influence on life in general. You will be able to do none of that stuff. Stephen Fowler, I think, just got his membership today, so let's throw him up here. He's the only one ballsy enough to say anything yet. Says he's looking forward to the show. Well, we'll see about that. So welcome to the club. Welcome to the show. And there's like I said, we're going to do more and more of these as members only as time goes on. We have tried to experiment. We've tried to give people chances. We've tried to let people be subscribers and come in. And there's just a lot of cheap little bitches out there that only think of themselves, that only want to do shit for themselves, don't want to do anything to support the show, don't want to do anything to support the families that we're trying to help. So what was that John Cena was saying? Yeah, fuck them. Because he mentioned something about there would be foul language, possibly, and lots of it. So that's the route we're going with that. Tyler C in the house. Nice to see you. Tyler C. He got his badge. Stephen Fowler got his. Jazzy Janet got her badge. And we're going to talk about a few things tonight. I'm going to be very explicit in how I talk about a few of these things tonight. And it's going to be somewhat political because that's the news of the day for anybody that bothers to watch the news. And if you want to get me off being political, then bring up something else. Y'all know what I do all day. I watch and absorb a lot of news. What's going on, Kevin Marr? What's going on, Billy Sellers? And but I do, the news of the day is obviously Hunter Biden, the weaponized Justice Department of Joe Biden, who didn't bother to protect his own son, hasn't bothered to protect the New Jersey senator who's being brought up on criminal charges, and I hope to God they put him away. There's never been anybody more guilty in his fucking life than this Menendez fuck. So unlike what you will see a lot of Republicans do, I'm not going to say all Republicans, but a fucking lot of them, is they protect their criminals with a fucking passion. And I'm sick of it because I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that with Republicans. I'm not going to do it with independents. I'm not going to do it with Democrats. If you're a fucking criminal, if you're stealing from us, if you're stealing from society, and if you're only in politics to enrich yourself and then fuck the people that voted you in there, get rid of them. And I'm going to probably be using the F word a lot tonight because I'm just in one of those moods. I'm worn out. I'm trying to pump myself up to be able to do the show. I didn't get my nap today. You know how babies are when they don't get their nap. Well, I'm going to be a little baby today. And then I get call-ins. Bob didn't call in first. It was Coletrane. King woke up with the flu. Went to bed without it. I don't know what he paid the flu to go to bed with him, but she bit him in the ass. Flu got him. So Coletrane's got the flu. And I said, well, that's all right, Coletrane. You take the night off. Me and Bob got it. And then Bob says, oh, King, not yet, son. I think I woke up with COVID. So I don't know what he paid COVID to go to bed with him. And I think Bob's had COVID 13 times. I think my son's had COVID 14 times. They're in a neck and neck race. So, so I'll be here alone tonight, and I'm going to tell you right off the start, I am tired. I am worn out. I am irritated because you still have Republicans trying to claim that it's weaponized. He's going to pardon him. I wish he would. Here's what I wish would happen. I wish Joe Biden would wake up one day and realize he's 81 years old and doesn't need this shit. The same thing I would do at 51, 61, or 71 is wake up and run, I don't need this shit. And Donald Trump pardoned everybody that was within 1,000,000 miles of him. My roommate denies me nap time. I didn't know you had a roommate, so there we go. Or maybe you have a roommate now. I'm not caught up on all your entire living situations. Maybe you have a roommate now. I think the color of the show looks good tonight. What do y'all think? The camera's a little bit wider. The King Bee poster is in full bloom. Those are vinyl, by the way. They're not made of paper. Those are vinyl. Well, I'm glad to be on tonight. Billy Sellers and T-Maker and Jazz Jana and Kevin Marr and Tyler C. and Stephen Fowler with his new membership. And you all have made me feel a little bit better. You've given me some place to come and vent. Sometimes I give you all that avenue to come in, express your opinions, your thoughts, what's going on in life, and to give you your opinions. And as long as you're not in here being a fucking dick, I mean, that's why sometimes we just don't let the trolls in because, well, you know, they're mentally sick and they don't know how to act. So that's why we have to make the show members only, because we know they ain't got $3. Their mommies won't give it to them. But I'm real tired tonight, and I didn't know T-Maker took naps. T-Maker's dramatically younger than me. Most of you in here are dramatically younger than me, except Bobby Bangs Hazelwood. Bobby Bangs, me and him are right around the same age. The Coletrane, I think, is in his 40s, early to mid, I think. And I've been very fortunate, man. I don't get sick much. I get tired. I don't get sick much. I remember I got knocked on my ass for a week or two here several months ago, and it was so rare. And I ended up taking like a week or two off because I rarely get knocked on my ass like that. And it actually wasn't a cold or the flu or anything. It turned up to be I was very low on white blood cell count or something and had to take some medication for that and get my shit back together again. The TV screen looks good tonight. Look how pretty those pictures are back there. Those are Google photos. I was up for 2 days last time I was here. Oh, my Lord. Well, that'll wear you down. You'll need a nap if you do that. I haven't wore the KB and the Moonshine Band shirt in a while. I'll back up a little bit. One of my favorite shirts that was designed for me by, the guy that made that original poster over there, Simon Williams. He is a Marvel Comics artist that lives in Wales. And he designed my first picture, the black and white version that that's right. I'm covering up the ways to fucking donate. That's not smart. Let me take that down. What ways do I need to go here? Is that it? That ain't it. That's it. Nice to be able to see how to donate because we do have a few people in need tonight. That's why I'm here. As I was going to take the night off too. I said, well, fuck, everybody else is calling in sick. I'll call in sick. I got the right to do that. And then I said, well, shit, no one's going to be able to help these people if I don't do something about it. So that's why we're here. And we're trying to... Among the tops of my list tonight are Cheska. Cheska's got a neighbor. This is one of those kill two birds with one stone deal. Cheska's got a neighbor that desperately needs money for medication for their family. And they were wanting to sell a phone for 4,000 pesos, which is about $80. Cheska hasn't had a phone in a long time. She's been borrowing neighbors. And I think I mentioned this to you guys the other day that she had an opportunity to get a phone. Well, the phone was going to be 4,000 pesos, about $80. So she wrote me tonight. She says, my friend really needs their money today. Do you know if there's any way that you could help me get this phone? I said, well, let me address the folks watching the show and we're going to see what we can do. And if we get close, worst case scenario, I'll try and make up the difference. I said, I've been out a lot of money this week too, but let's see what we can do. So we have a chance to help a family get medication and also help Cheska have her own phone. She's wanting to move to Manila to be with some family members so she can go to college. She just now graduated high school. We've shown Cheska's picture on here a few times. I don't have the new school pictures uploaded, but we'll get, it looks like the K is cut off on my banner. I thought I had that camera adjusted properly. I'll readjust it for the Thursday show. Don't feel like doing it now. So Cheska, I would love to help. Eunice is, we got one more payment to go out of 3 installments on their home. They didn't have time to wait, so I had to send 4,400 pesos, pretty close to it, to get the 3rd installment of their house paid for. There's only one more payment left, which I think is only 3,500. We don't really owe that till next week, so we can focus on that next week, Thursday or the Saturday show. Maybe there's a possibility we might have Mr. Kennedy on if he's not booked somewhere. I'm not even going to advertise it. If he shows up, he shows up. Plus, I need to find out when he's available again. because I don't know if he's over what he was dealing with the other day. I haven't gotten a follow-up on that yet. So Cheska, and I do know we have a pledge coming from Nicole that's coming up on Thursday. That'll go away to help us with a couple of projects as well. And but what was the other situation? Oh, little Jen. I hadn't heard from her in about 3 months, and I was starting to get worried about her. So I reached out to contact her, and it turned out she had to hawk her phone at a pawn shop so they could pay the rent. They had to move into a room half the size of what they had. They were paying 4,500 pesos a month rent. Now they took a much smaller room for her, her father, and her mother. They're both elderly. So they could have a fighting chance to pay the rent. Their electric had been cut off. Their water had been cut off. And apparently for the better part of 3 months. So without even knowing if she would get the money or not, I sent her some money to kind of get the ball rolling, because I had a feeling she'd probably need some. Things have been a little tight around here, plus with all the other people that we've been helping. So I just sent her some money hoping she'd get it. And then she went down to the computer store, because I think for 20 or 30 pesos, you can log on at the computer store for an hour, see if you got any messages. Plus she's been working, trying to provide food in the house. But she only makes 5,000 pesos a month. And she just got that job recently because her other job went away due to the people she was working for moving back to China. So there was no job to be had with who she was working for. So she was in a bad way. She had no water, no electricity. Her parents are elderly and not in the best of health. So I sent her enough money to get her water turned back on, her electric turned back on. And that came to a total of about 4,400 pesos, around 90 bucks. In all honesty, it wasn't really 90 bucks extra that I had, but something needed to be done. So we did it. So any of y'all out there that have a few extra dollars, they can help reimburse us on some of the money that we've already spent, some of the money that we need to send out. It would be greatly appreciated. If you don't have it, I obviously certainly understand. But if you got a few extra bucks and you want to help somebody, Cheska's situation will help two things. She needs a phone for college anyway, which she'll be starting very soon. And they don't have all the time off over there for school that we have here. Here in the summer, you get off, you're off 2 or 3 months. Well, not over there. You're lucky to be off 2 or 3 weeks. So we're trying to get her situated for college, trying to help her friends have the medication money that they need. Eunice's situation, the reason that we sent another payment on their housing payment is that we were supposed to have another week to get that to them. But they came over and said, hey, is there any way that we could get half of it now? Because their son apparently has epilepsy and he has mental issues where he has to go to a therapist. And I don't hear about that a lot in the Philippines because most people don't have the money to do it, but they wanted to use the house payment money to do that with. So that's why we sent Eunice's money early, is to help out with that. And that's why she got 4,400 pesos early. So they could help that family with the medication and everything they needed. And they said we could wait a week or two to pay off the balance, which would be about another 3,500 pesos. So Cheska, Eunice, and then Ruby May is back home. We got her the medication. We got her the fruits and vegetables. She's got some other medication she needs to take for about 2 weeks. And we need to make their last house payment. Hopefully their electricity is, if it's not back on now, it will be on in a day or two. We've already paid for that. That was 2,700 pesos to do that. And if you don't know how much some peso is, just ask me. But 4,400 pesos is pretty close to 90 bucks, give or take. 2,700 pesos is a little over 50, give or take, to give you an idea. And 5,000 pesos is right at $100. So when you hear me talking pesos, you can kind of do the math and figure out what we're trying to raise to help these people that have been parts of our show for a long, long time. We won't have as many of you watching tonight because this is YouTube only. It is members comment only. Bolin Plus members of any level can comment. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got. I don't do these shows solo very often. In all honesty, I told Bob and Coletrane both to definitely take the night off, get feeling better. Let's see how you guys feel Thursday. I might be back here Thursday on my own as well. I want them to take all the time they need to get feeling better and get their shit together health-wise. And I will keep chugging along and doing the best we can. I had a little success with Costco this week. We had an item that we thought we were going to be stuck with. It was worth about $1,200. And after 3 or 4 phone calls, And a girl named Asia, who was a huge help to me at another Costco. She made some calls. We called the concierge service, explained to them what was going on. The product was still under warranty, but they didn't want to cover it. They kept blaming Windows. This was over a laptop, in case you're wondering. And the Hewlett Packard was blaming Windows. Windows was blaming Hewlett Packard, and neither company wanted to do anything to help the situation. And fortunately, through the concierge service, and then a young lady named Asia at one of the Costco's here in the Louisville area, they pulled some strings, made some shit happen. They said, no, we're not going to let you be stuck with that. We know technically it's a 90-day return policy here. You have had the item less than a year. It's got a 2-year warranty on it, and no one's helping you, so we're going to. So it took 3 or 4 phone calls, but we got it done. And that was part of what my day was today, was getting that replaced with an equal or better item for the money that we had spent on it. So that was some good news, and that's why I didn't get my nap in today, because I wanted to make sure that we got that done. For those of you still, a lot of these books went out today. Everybody that has paid for a book has got their book sent to them. Some of you have said you wanted a book, haven't paid for it yet. It's not that I'm trying to beat the fuck out of you and make you pay for the book. It's just that these donations are what keep feeding our people. And it's $30 to get this off Amazon unsigned. He's not signing these things for anybody, but he did sign 18 of them for me. And yeah, me and Chris and Maya got books, but the 3 of us do a lot to help our people too. And but Bob's book went out today because he's made the donations of the equivalent to take care of this, and we appreciate that. And plus Bob purchased another book from me, the Dusty Rhodes book. So Bob's got a couple of books coming to him. They will probably go in the mail in a day or 2 once they process through the post office. And these are all autographed. This is one of the ones where he actually signed the book itself. And there's other ones where he signed a sticker where actually the autograph shows up much better on those. I know the lighting's not helping you much, but every book was autographed. The only one that he personalized was mine, which was sweet of him to do. But God knows how many people are asking this man to personalize their books. And I just felt privileged to get one of those. And so that's the scoop on the Anthony Scaramucci book. Anybody? So if you get the book, you got something rare that most people are not going to have. Is a signed book by him. You probably won't know anyone else that has one. Well, goddamn, King, he's just a politician. I don't know anybody else who want one. Do it to help the people. And maybe you'll find somebody that's a Scaramucci fan or a finance fan. He's big in Bitcoin, big in salt. He's big in Skybridge. He's mainly a finance guy. He's a multi-billionaire. Even when he worked for Trump, he was worth, even the money Trump claimed to have had, he was worth 5 times more money than Trump. He's worth about as much as Mark Cuban. And but a very sweet, very kind man, registered Republican, worked for Donald Trump, and he and I have become dear friends over the years. He called me smart, and I take that as a hell of a compliment coming from him, because he's as smart as they get, and as even tempered as they get. You don't get him mad. I get mad a lot more than he does. Let's see, Jazzy Jana. I second that notion. Hope they get well soon. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, everybody hopes they get feeling better. I hadn't looked at the comments in a second. And so we'll see if anybody's getting the ball off from rolling to try and help us with our donation. Somebody has. I think I see something from Kevin Mars. So let's see what we got donation-wise. TC from the NC has donated $10. So there's 10 of the... how much were we doing for Cheska's phone? I think they agreed to sell it for $80. 70 or 80 shit. I have to go back and look. But we're also probably going to have to pay some transportation for her to go get the phone from these people. And so if we raise $80, and like I said, if we come up a little short, I'll make up the difference. I've already done it with some other ones. And we got $10 from Kevin Marr. So we got $20 in the house. The first $80 that we get tonight, we're going to take care of Cheska's phone. We do have a little bit of time to take care of the last payment on Ruby May's house. Then their house will be paid for. They won't obviously we're still going to help them with electric and water and food and shit like that, but at least we don't have to pay the rent no more. And we've been paying 2,000 to 3,000 pesos a month rent for the last several months to help them. So, but we bought a house and that problem goes away. Eunice's situation, buying a house for 20,000 pesos. We're covering 10,000 pesos of it, 7,000 pesos for the repairs to the roof. That's why we got the house so cheap, because otherwise it was going to be an 80,000 peso house. That was the other house that was offered for sale. Well, we couldn't afford 80,000, but I felt as a group we could afford 17,000, and they're going to use 10,000 in demolition money to pay off the other half of the house, which the landlord agreed to. So that's the other project that we're working on, is paying off there. But the first thing I want to do is take care of Cheska. That way she has a phone to do her college work with, and she can help the family in need that's selling the phone to get the medication they need for one of their children. And my other drink that I've never drank on this show yet, I've done the strawberries and cream. I've done the coconut. Tonight we're doing Mountain Dew. What is this fucking thing called? Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Common sense would tell you that it tastes like grape. And it tastes a lot like grape. So Mountain Dew Purple Thunder, these are the first of these I've had, and it's good. It's good. This is not a 0-calorie version, so we only got one 12-pack of these. I just will drink these rarely, maybe every other day, every third day I'll have one of these. How many calories in that? 160 calories in one of these. You're allowed 2,000 calories a day, even for most people. So I think we can spare 160. And in all honesty, my favorite two drinks right now are the coconuts and cream, which is very good, especially if you like coconut. Strawberries and cream, I'm very fond of. And the Purple Thunder is pretty good too. Let's see here. Donald Flowers is also sick. I said, y'all about a sickly bunch of motherfuckers. God damn. It's like the Philippines. Every time I talked about 8 Filipinos, 6 of them are sick. So what do you do there? So yeah, we're hoping to at least raise the money for Cheska's phone. I will give us 35 minutes. We've been here 25 minutes. I'm going to give us 35 minutes to try to raise $80. And if we haven't raised enough in the next 10 or 15 minutes, we're not going to raise enough anyway. And then I'm going to log off here and I'm going to go take a nap and then watch baseball later tonight because I am worn out. But if we can raise some money and help these people, I'm happy to hang around as long as it takes, as long as we got a little something coming in. But if no one's done anything over the next 10 or 15 minutes, then we're probably $20 is all we're going to get. We did get a commitment from Nicole for Thursday. We're going to apply that towards paying off these houses that we're working on. We got 2 of them, and then just one more payment left on each house. And then Ruby Mae's family owns their house, and Eunice's family will own theirs, and just one more payment. And plus, like I said, we're trying to get a little reimbursement because I sent out $90 to Eunice's family and $90 to Jen. So that was $180 I sent out of my own money. I'd like to get a little some of that back where we can do this as a group, but they couldn't wait. At least I didn't want them to. So I said, well, we'll get it out there. And anybody wants to see those receipts to where Jen's family and Eunice's family got their right around 4,000 pesos, a little over in some cases, let me know. And I'll be more than happy to show those to the Jazzy Janas and the tea makers and the Billy Sellers and those that donate a goodly sum of money. The regular donors, they always tell me they know where the money's going. They don't necessarily care to see the donations, but if you want to see them, I'm more than happy to send them. I think some of you have already got them. I think some of you have already sent those too. Every time the phone beeps, I have to make sure it's not a donation because I do like to identify the donations as they come in. So it's we've been on the air 27 minutes. I will stay on 10 more minutes, and if we start getting closer to the $80, I'll hang around. But if no one has donated anything, then obviously it's not going to be coming, and I'm too fucking tired to sit here for free. So, and then we'll try it again Thursday. So who's got anything they want to talk about? Weaponizing the government. Oh yeah, we're only after Republicans. We're just going to fucking lock up Republicans. We're going to protect Democrats. I heard Tim Scott saying that. They're so full of fucking shit. I mean, if the guy could protect anybody, I would think the man would protect his son, and he didn't, and he's vowed not to pardon him. I wouldn't have done that. What I would have done, and I don't know if I said this earlier because I've been rambling a bit today. If it were me, I would pardon myself because we know the Republicans spend most of the last 7 years trying to find something to lock Joe Biden up on and ain't found dick. And they've been trying to lock Hunter up. And from what I'm hearing from the jurors, it was 6-6 at one point. Then it went to 11-1. And then they finally convinced the one, hey, man, you know, they're going to make us stay here till we fucking find him guilty of something. Hello, how are you doing tonight? Joke of the day. Why do men make such phenomenal shows? Well, I didn't know they did because I think women cook pretty good too, but Trump is an asshole. Well, there's no doubt about that. And Trump is they're wanting to go after everybody that found them guilty of the 34 counts. They threatened the jurors. They threatened the judge. They're trying to find out where the jurors live. Just wanting to fuck with anybody that had anything to do. Blaming Joe Biden. Joe Biden was not even in office when those charges were filed. They are state charges, not federal charges. I'm trying to educate people that don't know any better or maybe don't even give a shit. But those charges were filed before Biden was in office. And it wouldn't matter because they're state charges. State charges are brought by the state, not the federal government. Federal government didn't have jack fucking shit to do with it. Now they want to go after Alvin Bragg. Now they want to go after the young lady in Atlanta. They want to go after the jurors. They want to get anybody that had anything to do with putting him in prison. And whether he goes to prison or not. He had to meet with his probation officer. But today, Hunter Biden gets found guilty. Joe Biden hadn't said jack shit. Joe hasn't done anything to interfere. Joe said he will not pardon his son. Joe and the jurors of this in Delaware all came out and spoke today. A lot of them did. No fear that they're going to be gone after by the Biden administration. No fear that Hunter's people are going to come after them. They represented the evidence, giving a ruling on how to process the evidence they had. And they said they felt with the evidence that they had, many of them felt it was a waste of time of the government's money. Trey Gowdy, who is a Fox News guy, as right wing as you fucking get, said this was a waste of time, a waste of taxpayers' money. He says, I have been a prosecutor. I have prosecuted a case like this 100 times. He says, I can't name 10 times in the last several years that anybody got prosecuted for what Hunter Biden's being prosecuted for. But they wanted to go after him. They wanted to get him on something. All right, they got him. And but if I were in Joe Biden's position at 81 years of age, I would say, and this is exactly what I'd say, fuck you all. I don't need this shit. So I'm pardoning myself. Y'all been investigating me for 7 years. You ain't found shit. Well, now you got nothing to find because I'm pardoning myself. Wouldn't do you any good if you did find anything. Fuck you. I'm pardoned. Oh, and by the way, you just found my son guilty of fuck y'all. Pardoning him too. We're going to go home. Fuck all of you. Find somebody else to be fucking president. I'm sick of this shit. I don't need it. I'm 81. I'm going to be dead in a few years. I'm not going to die in the fucking White House. Because let's face it, it's a possibility. Him or Trump, either one. Especially in Trump's health. And if anybody saw those speeches that he just made in Arizona, my God. But it's Biden that's the one that's mentally deficient. So anybody that can run a highlight reel, it's all over YouTube, of Trump in Arizona when his prompter went down. Oh, my God. Who bitches that Joe Biden uses a prompter? I know we're a little more political tonight than some of you like, but fuck. Educate yourselves. For the dumbasses out there that can't get in tonight. They can't comment tonight. Oh, it's a weaponized government. They're only protecting. They protect the Democrats. They're only going after Republicans. Well, you're full of fucking shit. The man won't even protect his own son. I'd be pretty goddamn tempted to do that. Especially over something that they claim they can't find 10 cases that were prosecuted in the last several years from a Republican prosecutor who is a Fox News guy, Trey Gowdy, over on Fox. I just saw the clip tonight where he went on and said, this is bullshit. Now, you're not going to find too many Republicans. Oh, and they're also trying to compare this, the 3 federal charges that Hunter was found guilty on. It's exactly the same as Trump's 34 federal charges of campaign finance fraud, lying to make himself president and then pay off a porn star after he was president, writing checks from the Oral Office where Bill Clinton used to get blowjobs from. So some people say. So if you think it's a weaponized Biden administration, you're full of fucking shit. Because he would have protected his son You think if Trump's kids were being prosecuted, any of those fucking juvenile delinquents, even the one that took $2.9 billion from Saudi Arabia the last weeks in office, if you think they were being prosecuted, do you think Trump wouldn't be pardoning the fuck out of those, especially his poor little Ivanka, who apparently won't have sex with him? She won't even be seen in a courtroom with him. His wife won't be seen in a courtroom with him. By the way, he has been convicted of rape in New York, sexual assault and rape, according to the federal judge that ruled against him. In the state of New York, what you did is rape. Oh, and by the way, his first wife filed rape charges against him. And oh, by the way, he has 12 more women filing sexual assault charges against him once they find time on a courtroom docket to get him in there, because he still has 3 federal cases, that one in Miami, one in Atlanta, one in DC, that all still have to be prosecuted. And I got people like my ignorant ass brother. I'll call him ignorant instead of stupid. They follow a fucking cult. You got a man convicted of rape, charged with rape by his first wife, guilty of a fraudulent university to where he was pocketing the money and giving the people nothing for the fucking thousands of dollars they were spending to go to the university. Found guilty of running a charity fraud. Him and his entire family can no longer run a charity in the state of New York because they were running a charity to pocket to line his own pockets, and instead of providing for charity. So they're not even allowed to run a charity anymore. I think it's 5 to 7 years, whatever it is. How much more does this fucking man have to be found guilty of? Settled out of court with 12 children in the 70s and 80s, and I think in the early 90s. 12 children. Biden's a pedophile. Okay, prove it. If the motherfucker's a pedophile, let's get him out of office too. Let's put him in jail. See, unlike Republicans, let's put the fucking crooks, and if they're pedophiles, let's put them away. Let's do that. But you've been trying for 7 fucking years to get something on him, and he ain't got anything, which means you ain't going to get anything. All these years to get Hunter Biden, who, by the way, was not president, didn't work for the White House, just happened to be the president's kid, and you want to penalize Joe because his kid had a drug problem and liked to show dick pics on a laptop. I was never a dick pic guy, never did drugs. So I think we're pretty safe. We're going to find Kenny Bolin tied to drugs and dick pics. Wish I'd have sent some, but I didn't. Are you going to donate today? Well, I've already donated $180 in the past 2 days. What more you all want me to do? Who are you talking to, Billy? Let me see if anyone else has donated, because I've about ran my time up. I sure wasn't preaching to Jazzy Jana, because Jazzy donates all the time, but it looks like she's done it again. Oh, well, here's some help. Guess I'm staying a little bit longer. Good Chris. He doesn't tell me where he wants the money to go. I guess he's going to use my discretion. Good Chris has donated $40. Thank you, Good Chris. Stephen Fowler has donated $10. So there's 40, 50, 67. So we got $70 raised. So $10 more will take care of the phone. I'm going to go ahead now and hang around because I've been here 37 minutes. I said if 35 minutes, if we ain't got some money rolling in, I'm going to fucking quit and watch television and eventually get some sleep. But thank you guys very much. Good Chris bailing us out again. We really appreciate it. Good Chris as always. And Chris, if you got any questions, feel free to pop in here if you got any questions. So let's run over those donations again. We got TC from the NC, Tyler Cox from North Carolina donated $10. Kevin Marr donated $10. Good Chris donated $40. I thought I saw something from Jazzy Jana, but I might have been wrong, because I thought Jazzy Jana had already donated earlier in the week. That's the wrong PIN code, so let's back out of that. I might have been seeing shit. Well, no, apparently I wasn't. Let's see. We have $10 from Kevin Marr that went to Cash App, and Jazzy Jana. I was not seeing anything. It didn't go to my email yet, but I thought I saw it come up in my notifications. Jazzy Jana says, please help Cheska with her phone. And there we go. So we now have the phone covered. Like I said, I had donated $180 over the past couple of days to get Jin taken care of on her water and her electric. We made the second of 3 house payments on Eunice's house. We're going to owe a third payment, I think, in a week or two. And then I think in a week or so, we have the last payment on Ruby May's house. And then those projects will be taken care of. So the phone is covered. And thank you guys, Jazzy Jana, Good Chris, all the regulars. Stephen Fowler donated tonight. Stephen, you ordered a book too, didn't you? I think. And if I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm wrong, tell me. Looks like Ruby May's writing me. Let's see what Ruby's got to say. Or she just might have commented on something on my Facebook page. Yep, there's Jazzy Jana's donation again in my text messages on my cell phone. Ruby May is watching the show. Hi, Ruby. Hope you're feeling better, sweetie. I had a couple of pictures of her where she was having breakfast at home, thanks to us, because we raised the money for her medication and her ultrasound, and we got her medicine. Hi, Ruby May. We're talking about you on the show right now, sweetie. There we go. She's happy to be home because she'd been in the hospital for several days. And this show is what got her medication taken care of and got her out of the hospital. So we certainly appreciate that. Ruby May, appreciate it. Heart Delow says, thank you so much for helping my daughter. Day told manager I need to wait. Honey, let me know what date they're going to get your electric on. And we paid that several days ago. So I hope they hurry the fuck up and get your electric on. Heart Delow says they have not turned her electric on yet. Says the manager says she needs to wait. Inconsiderate fucks. I do think they have to run some wiring to Ruby May's house, but I've seen the wiring and we paid for that as well. So what do you do? 9:46. So I will be here till at least 10 o'clock. And if we can do anything to help out towards Jin's water and electric and the house payment on Eunice, I already paid the $180. If anybody wants to see the receipts, I'm happy to send them to my big donors, my regulars, Good Chris, the various others, Jazzy Jana, Billy Sellers, various others, and the Tea Maker, TC from the NC, the king of the $10 donation. Daniel Limley, we haven't seen him in here yet tonight, the king of the $15 donation. So, I'm going to take a breath. What do y'all want to talk about? Not to sound like Cody Rhodes or anything. What do y'all want to talk about? I've rambled on enough about, but if you got friends that are telling you the DOJ is weaponized and they're only trying to lock up Trump and Republicans, tell them they're full of fucking shit. If the man was going to intervene, he would have intervened today. I would have. I'd have took my ball and went home. Fuck y'all. Fuck. As a matter of fact, have the election now. I'm going home. I ain't even going to serve till November. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to the Poconos. Well, I guess if I were the president, I'd go further than the Poconos because the Poconos ain't very far away. I've never been to the Poconos, but I know people who have. I know Cornette went to the Poconos once. I don't know what he did while he was there, but he went. You can join me anytime you like. You can even join me tonight if you like, if you feel up to it. And if not, you can join me on Thursday show. And if not, you can join me on a Saturday night show. You just let me know what day, and you are my guest anytime, and we will have a good time, I promise. I have a young lady that wants to be a guest on the show. I don't know when she wants to come on. I invited her to come on because she has some experiences that I would like to talk about. Very sweet, very beautiful, very kind young lady. I don't know if she's watching the show tonight. But if she is, I will save introducing her until we have her come on the show. She lives in this area. She lives in another state, but not very far away. Very sweet, very beautiful, very kind. One of my old high school friends kind of introduced me to her. And she's kind of a big shot at one of the local jewelry stores around here. She does very well. We're very proud of her. And she seems to enjoy what we do over here. And I told her I'd love to come on and talk about some of her real life experiences, places she's been, things she's done. And I'm just going to say it now. You want to talk about easy on the eyes? I might not be so much to look at, but she will make up for it. I promise you that. And so if you're watching the show, my friend, I know you might not be able to get in here tonight because of this membership thing. And but you don't have to have a membership. I'll send you a join link to come on the show. And you just tell me when you want to come on, because I know it's short notice for you to come on tonight. But any Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday you want to come on, you'll be my guest. You certainly have some things I want to talk to you about. Some of your real life experiences, the things that you're involved in. And guys, when y'all see her, y'all leave her alone. Because like I said, for those of you that get sick of looking at me, she'll make up for it. I promise you that. Lovely young lady. Someone saw her picture on Facebook today and they said that girl should be a model. I said, she models every time she posts a picture. Just shaming the rest of us for the way we look. And let's see. Looking pretty good tonight. What's looking pretty good there, Billy Sellers? Me, I hope. So, yeah, I don't have my orange glasses on. I don't know. I wore them when I was out driving today. These are the ones that help me read the computer a little bit better. These are 1.5s. My phone glasses are 1. You know, I'm actually been able to read everything on here tonight. My phone, I'm supposed to use 3.0s on my phone. All right. We might have a guest Thursday night. Let's count on Thursday night. I would be so honored to have you on, and I'm doing the show right now, promoting you as we speak. I haven't used your name. We will just save that as a surprise for when you come on. And I assure you, you're going to have a good time. All right. Chatting with my little friend there. I want to see your show, Daddy. That's Ruby May. Well, damn it. Do you have a load? Ask your mother if she has some money left to get a load to where you can see the end of tonight's show, or you can watch the replay. We're only on YouTube tonight, sweetie. Ruby May's writing me and says she wants to see the show tonight. She's the sweetest little thing. If I was ever going to have a 9 or 10-year-old daughter, I would want Art Joe. If I was going to have a 17-year-old daughter, I would want Eunice. If I was going to have a 14-year-old daughter, I want Ruby May. Those are 3 of the sweetest kids. I adore them all. I never had any daughters. I had the one son. And I was thrilled, and I'll tell you why. I'll let you tell me. It will be very easy. I will coach you through it. Come on, I'm doing my show and talking to you at the same time. We'll coach her through it. I think we're going to try to have her on Thursday. Billy, are you saying you sent a donation? Let me look. Little Ruby May. I'm glad she's home. I hated seeing her in the hospital. Poor little baby. Poor little baby. Talking to her like I talk to my puppies. Come on, phone. Work with me. Shit. Billy, where did you send your donation if you sent one? Or did I misunderstand you? Can understand you. I had a close personal friend of mine today, family member, tell me that Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World might be the greatest song ever written. And that just made me feel great that people feel that way. Yeah, I got the $10 donation from Stephen Feller. So that's the Venmo donations. Let me check Cash App. See where we're at there. Oh, I'll send one next month. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that you'd sent one tonight. You had me looking for nothing. Well, we appreciate that. And we've got Nicole has pledged a nice donation for the Thursday night show that it looks like I will have my friend on. Let me see if she will let me say what her first name is. And Can I say your first name? Because I guess I'm going to have to introduce you when you're on the show anyway. And can I tell the people who may be joining me Thursday night at 9 o'clock? Now, I would like to advertise her a little bit. So we'll see what she says. But yeah, we appreciate that, Billy. And no, we've pretty much frozen up since Good Chris and Jazzy Jana made their donations. But we'll hang around here 10 more minutes. That'll take us to 10:05. Unless we get some other donations and y'all can buy me to stay longer. No, Daddy, the extra money Mommy spent to buy my medications for out in the hospital. Now she's not here to go out fine. Now she's out find money to go buy rice and other fruits. Okay. Okay, sweetie, let me know how much 25 kilograms of rice is and the fruits. And I don't know if we can raise the money tonight, but we will try to raise the money on Thursday night show. Period. And I'll make sure you can see the show Thursday night. All righty. Ruby May's mother. Okay, I just got permission. I don't know. Let me see something. Are you watching the show right now, Sokia? That spelled her name wrong. I'm checking to see if she's watching the show right now. She might be working. Let's see here. Oh, well, hello, Sokia. I hope I pronounced your name right. You can type yes or no if I am. But Sokia is what I read when I see the name. She is watching the show. We are going to make plans to have her as my guest on the Thursday night show. I'm glad I didn't cuss too much for her because she has little kids. Hopefully they're not listening to the show. And but we're going to make plans to have her on the Thursday night show. She's got a few things I'd love to talk to her about. I also hear she's a pretty good card player. I've heard rumors. I'm not. I've won a lot of games back in when I was in high school and a little beyond. But I was lucky. And I would quit when I was ahead. But I have heard rumors she's a very good card player. She's got some real life experiences I want to talk to her about, and the home she's from I would like to talk about, and we'll save all that for the Thursday show. She will be a very special guest, and fast becoming one of my favorite people. I posted on her Facebook page today that one of the few people that I've ever met that is just as beautiful on the inside as she is the outside, because she's got both areas covered. And it'll give you all a break from looking at my ugly ass on the show. And so I really look forward to having her on. I don't know what her podcast experience is. I've had many people on the show before that have never done one before. And I hope I will be her first. It'd be a thrill to have this be her first ever show. Like I said, we've had a lot of the famous wrestlers on here. Anthony Scaramucci, whose book I've been promoting tonight, has done my show 9 times. John Cena Sr.'s been on 9. So we have a tie between the two of those. We're hoping to have the WWE TNA former star, Mr. Kennedy, on soon, but I've advertised him twice. Once he got booked in Puerto Rico, and the second time he had some issues that he needed to take care of. So we're going to try to make real sure that the next time we tell you that he's going to be on, that he will be on. And I was introduced to Sakia through a old high school friend of mine named John Whelan. And John and I have been friends since the middle to late 70s, probably mid 70s, I guess. And we have dinner from time to time. And he was telling me about this girl that he plays cards with from time to time, and showed me a picture of her. I said, my God, that girl needs to be on a cover of a magazine. And I think most people will agree with me. So, but yeah, she's been a lot of fun to get to know. And just a sweet person. And she does things in life that I don't know that I could do. My hat's off to her. And if I wore a hat, it would be. I have not watched any of the college baseball tournament, especially in the past few days. I've been hearing the results, I know the Dallas Mavericks play the Boston Celtics tomorrow, and boy, Dallas better win those two. They don't want to go back down. They don't want to go to Boston down 3-1, or they're going to be screwed. And also when Sakia's on, we're going to find out what her interests are, such as either sports or anything political, or and it might not be. Most people try to avoid politics at all possibility these days. And like I said, tonight we're only on YouTube. Thursday night we might venture out for a little bit on Facebook and Twitter and possibly Instagram to just kind of introduce her to everybody. And then if y'all want to come over here and watch on YouTube, you will have an option to do so. And but I think that's going to be a fun show, and we'll coach her on how to get on. Basically, if she's got a good internet connection and either a cell phone, a laptop, a computer that has a functioning camera and a phone, it's a good idea to have headphones. That way you don't get feedback. And when I send you the join link to join the show, just do what it tells you, and you should be fine. We have gotten some real stupid people on this show that figured it out. So I have every confidence you're going to be just fine. So let me see here. We're probably about to wrap up. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to go 5 more minutes. Ruby May says rice is 1,300 pesos for 2,500 kilograms. Fruits are 400 pesos. Okay. Well, if you don't find the money beforehand, I will try to help you Thursday night. But we have spent so much money. I just don't have any extra right now. But I'm going to be on 5 more minutes. And if anybody wants to donate $30, that will buy your rice and your fruits. And if that happens, I will get that sent to you. Okay, we're going to go 10 more minutes. Like to see a pretty face. Well, you're going to see one Thursday. I promise you that. Oh, my. I've been leaning in the same position so long, my hips are starting to feel it. But no, I'll have to go to Sports Center and kind of get caught up on what's going on the looking for my, there they are. Lean over there and get my other glasses that knock down the glare a little bit better. So yeah, Thursday night we'll do that. And my guest will be Sokia. What a beautiful name. So beautiful inside, beautiful on the outside, and a beautiful name. She's got the trifecta going, so there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm just going to tell you this. I'm going to make this personal guarantee. Way prettier than me. Way prettier than Bob. Way prettier than Coletrane. And if I'm going to have somebody that pretty on the show, I might be giving Bob and Coletrane another day off. I don't know that I could ugly up the screen with our 3 faces and then have her on there too. So we might give them another day off. Just have some alone time with Sakia here in front of everybody that watches the show. Let's see here. So yeah, we could use, if we got anybody out there who's got $30, or 2 of you that's got 15, whoever can be of any help. Ruby May says they need rice and fruits because they spend all their money on medications. Get mad at me and block me. Why would I do that? One of the people that just bought books get mad at me and block. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. One of the people that watches the show get mad at me and block me. No. Let's see if he's got an answer. He saw the message. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't know what he's talking about. Don't have any way to. Okay, if you're watching the show, answer me. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I get mad at you and block you? All right, we'll see if he types anything. I don't know what he's talking about. Let's go to Google, see what we got. That is the updates on the Cash App donations. And like I said, we are trying to get another $30 in donations here in the next 7 minutes. And if not, she's going to have to wait till Thursday before we can help her with rice and fruits, because after sending 180 to 2 families, I ain't got no more to send. So We'll see if any, like I said, if 2 of you's got 15, or if 1 of you's got 30, or if 3 of you's got 10, we could get it taken care of either way. So we'll hang around 6 more minutes. And if we haven't got it by then, we ain't going to be getting it. So let's see here. Yeah, that was a notification on Jazzy Janice donation. I am not seeing those comments come through. Okay. All right. At least I now understand what they're talking about, but I do not see those comments coming through. This person had said something that he thought might make me mad, but I don't see the comments. So, oh well, what do you do? Of course, it recorded everything I just said, so let me get rid of that. Oh my God. You are so sweet to do that. Thank you so much, comma. You certainly don't have to, comma, but you are the best. I wasn't even talking to you to do that, but that's very kind of you to do that. And Ruby May will be so thrilled. And I'm going to show you the picture of the little girl you're helping. My friend Sakia is going to donate the $30 that we need to take care of Ruby May's family. For their rice and fruits. We did, like I said, we paid half their house payment and got their electric paid for. They haven't turned it on yet, but we got their electric paid for. That was about $60. Doesn't sound like much to wire and get electric turned on, but in the Philippines, that's a lot of money. And we've haven't shown pictures of the people that we help here tonight. So Kia, this might be the first time she's ever seen the show. So let me get my readers back on, and we're going to show the pictures of the people we help and show our sweet little Ruby May. We got 3 different pictures of Ruby May. This is when Ruby May, so Kia, this is mainly for you. We're showing you who you helped tonight. That's Ruby May. And the first time we ever saw Ruby May, she was sleeping on a floor, and not a good one. So when I saw that, me and the show and my co-host raised the money to buy blankets, pillows, and mattresses for her and her 2 brothers and her mother. And they were so thrilled, and she was so appreciative. And they sent me pictures, and she had a smile on her face, equivalent of what you see there. And she was 13 years old there. And she was so thrilled and so appreciative. She hasn't had really a father her entire life. And she, and like many of the other kids on here, they call me daddy. They say, well, you've done more for us than our real fathers have done. And Ruby told me that she had never really seen her real father, that he kind of left her very early in her childhood, like when she was like a little baby. And he more or less abandoned the family to go to another family. So she calls me daddy. And I said, well, that's fine. I said, a lot of kids do. And just don't call me grandpa. So we helped her get that. And then I saw her, another picture of her, and she was sitting on a rock taking pictures. Washing dishes, sitting on a rock. And I said, well, that looks uncomfortable as hell. And like I said, she's a 13-year-old kid, but she has her chores and she has the stuff to do. And I contacted her mother, who's named Hart. Her name's Hart Delos. And I said, find out what it costs to get a chair and a table, to where if she's going to wash dishes, that she could sit on a chair and table and wash dishes. So that's the chair and table we got her. And then we noticed that they didn't have any other chairs, that when they had dinner at night, they were eating on the floor. So we ordered more chairs and it didn't cost a shitload. It was like $20 or $30 for the table. And I think another 20 or 30 to get 4 more chairs for the family, to where all the kids and 2 adults could sit down and have dinner. So that was the first picture that we ever showed of her on here. And the second picture is several months later, after we were feeding them better, getting them good food, letting them eat better. So just a few months later, and we also got her hair done. She wanted to get her hair done, and it didn't cost a whole hell of a lot to do it. And we got her an I'm a Bowling Girl shirt, because many of the girls you'll see on here have I'm a Bowling Girl, which means I'm either daddy or I help them in some way or whatever. And I'm honored that they do it. And we pay for the shirts. And it kind of spreads the word in the Philippines what we do. So that is her, that little bitty girl you just saw. In a few months, went from that. And then a few months later, she's 14. She's had her birthday, which was November the 29th. The reason I know that, I got 6 friends that have birthdays on November 29th. So I do not forget their birthdays. So she's growing pretty fast. So then a few months later, she sends us a picture. And she's trying to look like Jade Cargill of the WWE. She's got her little skirt on. She's got her top. She's got her hair done. And she's still 14. And as we have said on here, 14 going on 22. And but that's our sweet little Ruby May. But when she was in the hospital, and I don't know if I have any of her hospital pictures here or not. I do. She went to the hospital with a UTI infection and something else wrong with her, and something wrong with her stomach. She had to get an ultrasound done. That's when they found out she had a urinary tract infection. So we raised about $60 or $70 here to get her fruits and vegetables to have in the hospital, because they don't really give you any good food in a Filipino hospital, and to pay for her medications. Then we raised another $50 to pay for her ultrasound. So it was about $100 experience in the hospital, but that's $100 they don't have. It's all they can do to raise money for food and everything. So that's the poor little thing in the hospital. Let's see. Did I get a closer up version? And she's trying to put on a happy face. She's got the IV in her arm there, but that's the girl, Sokia, that you are helping feed tonight. So I want you to get to know her. And she's been writing me tonight too, saying that her mom's out trying to round up money to buy food. And so we're going to help alleviate that problem. That is her and her mother. She's still got the IV in her hand with the little thing there. And she's trying to put on a happy face because she's always such a sweet kid. And but we know her, and we could tell she was in a little bit of pain. I video chatted with the family a time or two. You can tell Mom's doing a little bit better than Ruby May is. And that is her name, Ruby May. And that's her mom, Heart Delos. And so that is the kid that you're helping us feed tonight, Sokia. Oh, my God. Sokia, I didn't turn my microphone off, and it has recorded everything I've said to you forever. Let me see if I can. Oh, God. It's not giving me the select. Oh, Jesus. Well, Sokia, I'm going to turn off that phone and restart it, because it recorded everything I've been saying. So there's your introduction to Ruby May. That was her in the hospital just a few days ago. And she's back home now. And I was looking to see if we had it. Now, the other person that we help is Eunice. We help Eunice get into a house. And Eunice is a bit of a guitar player. So I'm going to introduce you to Eunice. And she's the one whose house we're trying to pay off.
So, hi Daddy Kenny, hi Sir Bob, and hello to you all. For today's video, I'm going to sing you some song, and it's called Last Christmas. It's just a very short cover of me. So I hope you like it. Actually, honestly, I have a sore throat today, and my throat is kinda hurt, but it's okay. I can sing for you all. Besides, my guitar is already here. Ah. So, okay, let's do a cover of it. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Yeah, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. I wrap it up and send it with a note saying I love you, I mean it. Now I know where a fool have been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my song. I hope you like it.
And there you go. That's our sweet little Eunice. And I guess that is our dadgummit. She has a sister named Joera. That is Liani. Liani wearing her Dallas Mavericks jersey. Another one of the families we help. Cody Rhodes wearing his Louisville Nightmare shirt when he was just on Monday Night Raw here. I'm sorry, that was SmackDown. SmackDown last Friday. And who do we have here? Who says, oh, that's my ex-girlfriend, Jenny. She's one of the ones we still help from time to time. She was my ex from years ago. Let's see here. This is Honey Rose. She's one of the girls we help. She also got a jacket like one of mine. I've got a blue jacket like that. And many of the girls have jackets like mine. That's Mylene. And we just helped her recently go visit her kids. She hasn't seen her kids in 2.5 years because she works in Manila. The kids live on another province. Believe it or not, the little girl to the right is 18 years old. She just she turns 18 in November. She's graduating high school, looking to go to college. And Mylene works in Manila, and they are a very sweet family. And we made sure she got to go see her family for the first time in, 2.5 years. So it was great to reunite her with her kids. That is the desk and chair that we got Honey Rose. This young lady right here, we noticed she was doing her homework on her floor. So we got her a desk and chair to do her homework on. We did not buy the mirror. She already had that. Another picture of Honey Rose. She's a sweetie. We love her. She's 22 and going to college in the Manila area, and we help with her internet and stuff like that. This is little Art Gel. She's the one that is 9 years old. We threw her first birthday party when she was 7. We threw her another one at 8. We threw her another one at 9. This is our sweet little Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean looks like a real estate agent. She just passed an exam for her to educate herself in farming and growing plants and food, vegetables, things like that. That's our sweet little Jelly Bean. That is another picture of Jelly Bean, not in her stuff. For those of you that are wondering, that is my bedroom. I've changed the curtain on the far right. It is now a teal curtain, solid instead of striped. And Tucal over there on the left by the window. Scooby at the foot of the bed, looking all ready to bite somebody. Poster of my mother who passed away several years ago on the wall there. Used to hang in the living room. And then it's Choco towards the head of the bed. And I just newly had carpeted the floor. It was hardwood and some shitty white carpet. And so I was very proud of the teal carpet, the teal bed skirt, and then the blanket. And just everything kind of came together. And I liked it. So we showed a picture of it. And there they are. Tucal to the right. That kind of leads into the living room there. You see the King Bee poster hanging on the wall. The fish house getting a plug up there on the top. Choco, the little cat perch there where the cat likes to hang out in the window. You can see I'm a big Casey and a Sunshine Band fan. These are boss badges for people that average donations in the neighborhood of $100 a month or more. We have been giving these out to our big donors on the show. John Cena Sr. is one of them. And he got the first new edition of the Black Boss Badge. The Star Maker Bolin shoe. No, the shoe does not exist, but neither does Donald Trump's. So we thought we'd make one too. That is an art picture of John Cena that was drawn by Tony Atlas. We're still auctioning that off. We haven't got anybody to pay enough money for what Mr. Cena said to sell it for, so we still have it. I think the bids on this picture now, we're not going to sell it unless we make $400 or more. And it is autographed by John Cena and Tony Atlas, as you can see at the bottom down near my iPhone 10. Picture of me and John Cena there. Kind of arted up a little bit. That was when me and John Cena and Jerome Croney were on the A&E network. The Fish House is covering up the A&E network logo. You can kind of see it there behind the Fish House. And me, John Cena, and Rico Constantino. That was our first ever promo picture. That's my red coat that looks like her green coat. That's Lena. Should be able to remember her name. That is Jeanette, who is the sister of Leonie, excuse me. That's our sweet little Art Gel, who has the prettiest eyes of any 9-year-old girl that ever lived, wearing her Bolin Girl shirt. That is Leo Rhine. That is the sister of Eunice, wearing her shirt. That is Mylene and her son. Her son is the first ever Bolin kid, and she's a Bolin girl as well. That is Ashley, friend of Eunice's, got her Bolin Girl shirt on. That is Cheska, who is 19. She turns 20 November 29th, wearing her Bolin shirt. That is our sweet little Cheska, that we raised the money for the phone with tonight. We got some great pictures of her graduation pictures, where she's all cleaned up, her hair's real nice and everything. She's just kind of casualed out there, wearing her Bolin Girl shirt. And this is Eunice, wearing her Bolin Girl shirt. She's just the sweetest kid in the world. That's Eunice wearing her jacket. And we buy all these things for these people. This is our Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean again, wearing her Bolin Girl shirt. But then Bobby Bangs, there she is, wearing her Bobby Bob girl. Oh, good. Yeah, she didn't wear their shirt that short on mine, so oh well. And that is Sunny Boy and Choco with very similar expressions. So when people say stupid shit on here, we show that picture. That is me at the age of, I think I was 17 or 18, and I'd wrestled Eddie Gilbert at Rupp Arena. And I was either late 17 or early 18, and I'd won $1,000, but that's actually $980. They were a little short. That's a picture before and after of my weight loss surgery. I was pushing 600 pounds in the picture on the left, and I think I had gotten down to 320, 330 on the one on the right, which is pretty much where I'm at today. But me and John Cena at St. Teresa's Church in front of about 300 people. Me, John Cena, and Rico at Monday Night Raw in front of about 24,000 people. So my first ever promotional picture with Ohio Valley Wrestling. Me and Jerry the King Lawler from 1977. Another art picture drawn by Simon Williams. Just killing time, folks. Then when me and Cornette weren't friends no more, he made a Vince Russo version. And so Kia, the last time I did an autograph signing, a lot of pigeons showed up, so that worked out pretty good. Me, my mother, and my brother before she passed away. Says November of 2021. That's when the picture got posted because my mother passed away in 2018. That was her birthday, so we must have posted the picture for her birthday. And that is me, Mike Howman, and Adrian Reynolds in 1976. And Jimmy Cornette took that picture. Adrian Reynolds was murdered by the Louisville Police Department, and Bill Clinton held his picture over his head. But that is me on Main Street in LaGrange, 1976. Me wrestling a kid in 1977 at Oldham County High School gym wearing Jerry Lawler's tights. My son and Owen Hart. Sorry, that's the best picture we got of it. My son, Lex Luger, Kevin Nash, and myself from quite some time ago. That Chris was 7 years old then. He's 37 now. Jim Cornette sexually assaulting me in Knoxville, Tennessee. And there we go. So that you've seen about everything. You've seen about everything. And, oh, Jesus Christ. What, Jimmy Valiant? Is that what you want? That's bullshit. I'm gonna time that fucker out for being stupid. There you go. That'll teach him. Dr. Bill Irwin, is there a doctor? Well, there is now. Billy Seller saying hello to Ruby May. She is precious. She's just the sweetest little thing. And yeah, and thank you, Sakia. That was very kind of you to even offer that. That was very kind of you to do that. And you see the ways to donate. If you have a specific way you prefer to do it, I had to restart my phone because it recorded a bunch of shit. And let's see here. That's your mom. Oh, that was it was recording. Oh my God, it did not clear out all the shit that I said. Oh, apparently she has already sent the $30. My phone is still updating. So let me go to the computer and see what I can find here. Cheska has sent the way to be able to send her the money. It's just a store here at Miranda Samar. Okay. None of Gcash this time. Okay. Wait, I'll find you. I will send it. I'm updating Cheska here. We're going to wrap the show up here in about 5 minutes so I can send Cheska her money and so Kia, where did you send it? Did you go to PayPal or yeah, where did you send it? That way I'll know where to go look for it. Greg Wilson asking me how I'm doing. Doing good. Cheska says thank you for everybody that helped her tonight. And I told her we'd be sending her the money in about 5 minutes. So, like I said, guys, I'm doing the show by myself tonight, and it's a little harder. Eunice says good morning, and thanks for showing her video. You're always welcome. We love showing your video when we think about it and have the time. Let's see. Yeah, Cheska says thank you, and sends kissy faces for everybody who helped her, which also helps her friend because now she has a phone and they have the money they need to take care of some medical issues. And yeah, I'm going to have to totally. I thought restarting my phone would clear all those messages, but it did not. Yeah, I had my microphone on and it typed every word I was saying to Sakia while I was talking to her on the air. I'll never get all that cleared. About 5 minutes. Let me check, see which ways. Oh, okay, here we go. So Kia donated by Venmo, and she donated $30 like she said she would do. That is very sweet of her. Let me see if I can give her a like for doing that. Donation and it basically, she basically told me what it was for. It's got a bowl of rice, apples, pears, oranges, grapes. I think that's bananas. There we go. And that's everything they want to get. So thank you so much. You are the sweetest. All right. So I just sent her a thank you note, and that was very sweet of her to do that. And to offer her time on Thursday night show. So not only she donated her money, she's going to donate her time, and we greatly appreciate that. And I hope I can rustle up some sales for her at her jewelry store and help her earn even more money, because I have a feeling she probably gets commissions, I would think. And so we're going to tell everybody how to buy jewelry from her for those that are in the market for jewelry. We'll tell them where to get it and who to ask for, which will be Sakia. And we'll tell you how to do that on the Thursday night show. Da 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 da. All right. Getting some funny messages here. Ruby May says, thank you, Daddy. Let me let Ruby know. Sending money in a little bit. As a matter of fact, Ruby May says, thank you, Sakia. So that's from Ruby May. She's a little sweetheart. She's our girl. Everybody on here loves Ruby May. She's just one of the sweetest and most appreciative kids ever. And I've already said thank you, sweet lady, myself, to Miss Sakia. And wait till you all hear Sakia's story. She is an amazing person. She may not think so, but I do. And she told me that she would love to come on here and just have some fun with us and interact and have some fun with the people that watch the show. And we'll open the show up a little bit more. We're going to let Facebook and Twitter in here for a little bit the night she comes on and see how everybody behaves themselves. And if we have anybody acting up, then we'll just go to YouTube only and have fun over on YouTube. So it is 10:30, guys, and I know some of you have to work tomorrow. Let's see here. So Kia will be my guest on Thursday night. I will coach her on what we need to do. We might even do a test run to make sure that she knows how to do everything, and we'll be smooth to go on Thursday. And I'll just find out from her when we can do a test run through Streamyard. I'll send her a join link. She'll click in, do what it says, and her and I will do a quick test either tomorrow or sometime early Thursday, so we're smooth and ready to go for the Thursday night show. And in all seriousness, we'll probably be giving Bob and Coletrane another night off because they're both pretty sick. I do not expect them to be good in a day and a half. They're probably going to need time to get better. And we will get by, man. We will pull through, and we'll see how things look for them on Saturday night. So, that picture's still up there. I didn't realize the picture was still there. Let me take that damn thing down. That sexual assault that was going on. And I think we should show Ruby May one more time, being as she's the one that is, there she is. Ruby May at 13, one of the first pictures we ever showed of her. Ruby May at 14, trying to look about 16 or 17. Ruby May, we guess, trying to look 19 to 21 or something. I don't know what she's doing. She needs to stop growing. Be a kid for a little while. And by the way, Ruby May is a very good student and an amazing dancer. I think her teachers have said she's the best dancer in the school. They don't even like to do dance competitions without her in it. She is so good. And just, she's an amazing kid, guys. She really is. And Cheska says, thank you so much for helping her get her phone and helping her friend that needed the money that's selling her the phone. So we appreciate that too. And, oh, did he get back through in there again with that $2? He got me because I didn't. Oh, you son of a bitch. He did it again. He paid $2 to get back. I'll be goddamn. Well, he paid $2 to get his shit in, I guess. What do you do? You can't beat some of these damn people. Oh, I have to take Cheska's picture down now. So there goes Ruby May one more time. So those are two of the people that are very appreciative. You saw Eunice's pictures and everything. So it's 10:32 p.m. We still got about 25 of you in here watching the show. But we're going to be back Thursday night with my very special guest, Sokia. And I think I'm pronouncing her name right. I never got a correction from her, so I guess I'm doing it. And if not, we will have her correct me on the Thursday show and hear how she says it, and that will be the correct way to pronounce her name. Get back to the comments here. So, thanks to everybody who donated, even the jackass who donated $2 to ask for Jimmy. He got a picture of him sexually assaulting me. And so, we've done everything that we can do for tonight. And and as Jazzy Jana says, the kids are so very sweet. So I'm going to get off here. We're going to send Cheska her money. We're going to send Ruby May and Heart Delos their money so they can get the rice, fruits, and everything they need. And until Thursday night, at 9:05 p.m. with my very special guest, Sokia. Sounds like a rock star name, don't it? I did say good day.